So this is all my clothes that I thought that I would bring. And that's a little bit bigger than yours.
Yeah, yours is huge. Oh, I forgot. I'm Mark. That's Iain. And this is beautiful Algonquin Provincial Park. We're traveling through Canada's oldest provincial park in search of history from generations past. Remnants of an alligator. Find out when this was built and for what purpose it was for.
Oh wow, look at that.
Join us on this adventure full of history, natural beauty, and all things Algonquin. Let's go camping. That'll dry in a hurry. Yeah! Titanium! Ah! Now this is solitude. Yum, yum, yum. Good.
We're getting close to having a puddle on our doorstep. Don't push it too much, I'm hanging on.
Yeah. This is Mark in the Park. That was awesome.
I'm ready, as I'll ever be. I'm Iain. I'm really interested in history, and I'd like to visit some of the past logging relics of Algonquin, but I've only ever been car camping before, so I hired Mark as my canoe camping guide. I think this is like the perfect time of year to come because it's going to be cold, but the leaves are starting to turn, and I think we're going to have some good weather. It's not going to be super warm, super sunny, but I think we're prepared. Got lots of layers, I've been told. I brought 7 pairs of socks and rain jacket, rain pants. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting Mark today and packing and starting my first backcountry camping trip. Let's see if he's home. I hope he is.
Hey, how's it going, Iain? Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Ready to rock, man.
You ready to go canoeing?
That's it.
Want to come on in? We'll get started. We'll do some packing.
All right.
Come on in, yeah.
So Mark, I'm really excited to head to Algonquin and learn more about the logging that went on in the park. But before we get there, there's a few things that we have to do, right? Because I have no idea where we're going and what we're taking with us.
Yeah, we have to discuss our route, and as well we got to pack, and then we got to pack our food. Those are the 3 main things. So for now, we can look at our map and I can show you the route that we're going to be taking. The first day, we're going to be launching from Cedar Lake from our jump-off site, and we're going to be paddling across Cedar Lake to where the Petawawa River comes into Cedar Lake, and we're going to be going up the Petawawa. We'll be ascending through 5 portages, actually 3 portages, into Narrowbag Lake, and then 2 more into Catfish Lake, where we'll be staying one night. The next day we're going to be going from Catfish to Brent Meteorite Lake via the Petawawa through 5 more portages. They're actually quite short. We'll be coming on to Pearly Lake just before we hit Brent Meteorite Lake, and at the end of which there is a root cellar I'm hoping Iain will enjoy. And then we'll paddle somewhere to a campsite on Brent Meteorite Lake and stay there 2 nights. On the second day on Brent Meteorite Lake, I'm going to take Iain down to the Barnett Farm depot remnants and alligator that's there. And the next day we're going to move on to Hogan Lake and stay there for a night. And it's actually a pretty short day. There's only 2 portages involved. Actually, yeah, only 2 portages involved that day. And then from Hogan we're going to move on to Phillip Lake and stay there a night. And there's about 3 portages in there, including a 1,495 meter portage. Phillip Lake is a personal favorite of mine. It's a small, beautiful lake. And then from there we're going to head down to Radiant. That's not such an easy day. We got quite a bit of paddling down the Little Madawaska River into Radiant. There's only 2 portages, but one of them is 3.5 kilometers. And once we're in Radiant, we're going to spend 2 nights there as well. So we're going to have a rest day, and we're going to probably paddle across to the south side of the lake And there are some remnants and artifacts from the logging days, and possibly even a cemetery too that we can check out while we're there. And then the next day we're gonna have a relatively short day, 3 portages into a lake called Big George. I've never been there. I'm kind of looking forward to the route. They're all low maintenance portages, so I'm crossing my fingers that they've been maintained relatively recently and there's not too many blowdowns to deal with. Our last night will be on Cedar. From Big George Lake, we'll be descending into the Petawawa River, and then ascending the Petawawa River via 2 more portages after Big George into the Petawawa, up into Cedar Lake. And there we'll be looking for a campsite to stay the night before we paddle out the next morning to the access point from where we first started 10 days earlier. So that's the trip. It's a big, fat loop. We're going to be covering a lot of ground, a couple different watersheds, and hopefully lots of logging camp ruins and artifacts that you can examine firsthand.
Awesome. So we're going to need a bit of gear to get there. Should we go look at that?
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff, and we got to basically shrink it down to a pack or 2, and then off we go.
And it'll fit in the canoe.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
It'll fit in the pack, in the canoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, because we're even going to have to carry it at some point.
Oh yeah, well,
Right.
there'll be a lot of carrying. We're going to be going in for 10 days. We got a lot of paddling and a lot of portaging.
All right.
So it's going to be a
Okay, I'm
lot of
ready
fun
to
and a
learn
lot of pain. And
Pain.
oops.
All right.
Slip of the tongue.
I'm ready to learn about some of the cool stuff we got.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's get started.
Okay, Mark, we got a lot of stuff here. It looks like we're pretty prepared. Can we go over some of this just so we know what's going on?
Yeah, sure. Well, first off, I like to pack the shelter into the bottom of the bag. Now, I know some people would actually pack it at the top of their bag, but when I get to camp, I take my pack and I just dump it upside down. So it ends up on top anyways.
Okay.
So I like to think shelter first. So this is our tent here.
Perfect.
Pack that in there. Your clothes bag. Do you want to pass me that?
This is all my clothes that I thought that I would bring. And that's a little bit bigger than yours.
Yeah, yours is huge.
So maybe we can pare down. What do you bring to ensure that you have a good camping experience?
Well, let me unpack and I'll show you. First, waterproof compression sack. And new moose jammies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Yeah, they're pretty thick and heavy, but hey, luxury, right? Okay, I have a quick dry sweater. It's can pack down to almost nothing. It's very tight, very warm. It will dry if it gets wet very quickly. I have a spare pair of underwear, a t-shirt for camp, an extra pair of really thin tripping pants. These are again for camp, lounging around, dry. They're really small. They weigh almost nothing, and because mosquito season's done with, I don't have to worry about getting eaten alive. So that's pretty good. And the last two things here, I have a towel and a face cloth, a toque for sleeping, sleeping socks, and an extra pair of socks, spare pair, emergency pair. A bit holy, but hey, it doesn't matter. And that's it. That's it. That's all you need. Plus the clothes that I'm wearing, which are my wet clothes, my travel clothes, and my lumber jacket, which I mentioned earlier. And that's all you really need. So you got a t-shirt, which can be your base layer. You can throw a sweater on top of that, and a lumber jacket, and a raincoat. So that's enough, right? An extra pair of socks in case these ones get wet for whatever reason. To keep your head warm.
I definitely think that we can save a bit of space here.
Well, okay, sure. Let's open yours up and see what you got.
So I've got a sweater, another sweater.
All right, so you only need one sweater.
I think I'm gonna. This one's wool, or merino wool. So I'm gonna bring that one.
Yeah, keep the wool. Yeah.
I got some long pants to sleep in. Might be able to get rid of those ones because I also have some thermal underwear.
Yeah. thermal under is probably all that you're going to need. I don't bring either because I'm comfortable in my sleeping bag, so I know what I'm comfortable with. You probably don't know yet what is going to work and what isn't going to work for you. So I would rely on the thermals.
Right.
Probably your best bet.
Just to be safe?
Yeah.
I have a bunch of shirts here, so we can probably get rid of those.
Yeah, you don't need to look pretty every day.
No.
So.
I'll probably pull out maybe 2 of those.
I just bring one shirt. That's it. I mean,
this one's long sleeve, so I can't, but it's also similar to that one. But
okay,
I might just bring that one because it's going to be cold. Some warm socks.
a lumberjack.
Like that. Some underwears. Probably can get rid of a few of those.
Yeah. Some guys like to say
Lots
they just
of socks.
bring one pair of underwear, just turn it inside out, and you got 2 pair.
And two pairs of pants and some shorts. So I can probably cut this down to about 1/3, I think.
Yeah. How many pairs of socks did you say you had?
I had 7 pairs of socks.
Holy cow, one for almost every day of the trip.
I figured 1 pair of socks for 2 days.
Is this why there's so many lost socks in the pair? Oh my god. You can bring them, but I think you might want to end up burning half of them halfway through the trip. Too much weight.
All right, cool. Mark, I think you're going to be happy now.
Oh my
that
god.
difference.
Nice.
I think it might be smaller than yours. I don't know, maybe comparable.
Well, it's still a bit heavier,
That's it.
but wow, look at that. That's awesome.
Just feel the weight of that I took out.
Oh my god, I think you must have eliminated like 6 pounds of weight here. That's crazy.
At least when we leave,
awesome.
I'm going to have a lot of choices for clothes to wear when it's going home.
Yeah, you can look good and smell good going home. There you go.
All right, cool.
I put the tent poles in the middle of my pack. That way they don't get bent out of shape too much. This is our tarp. I like to put that at the back of the pack so it gives me some support and some padding against my spine. And here is the footprint for the tent, or what you would call a, what do people call it? Ground sheet. Yeah. Another one. Can I use this here?
Yep.
Put this down here. And there should be a grill over there somewhere.
I think that was here.
On my
Give me that
fishing
one.
rod. Yeah.
And then
I like to bring this grill because sometimes you'll end up on a campsite and there's no grill to cook your food if you have to cook over the fire. So it's really lightweight, it's portable. And I'll put that in the middle of my pack as well too so it doesn't get bent. Alrighty, so got that stuff there. Next, I'm going to put my clothing in. Where's your sleeping bag?
sleeping bag. I think I'm going to borrow one from you, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll have to get another one then.
I did bring this, which is a liner.
Oh, okay, here I got this extra sleeping bag right here, so
Perfect.
I can throw this one in here too. Okay, what's this here? A
It's
liner?
a liner for the sleeping bag, just because it's going to get pretty cold.
Well, what's your bag rated to? The one that I'm lending you? Oh, it's probably -7, so yeah, that should be good. Okay, what's next? First aid kit, leave that on top. Oh, my pillow. I like to bring a little bit of comfort. A little bit of neck support. You got a pillow too?
Yep.
Good man. Yeah, you gotta be comfortable going into the bush, otherwise why are you gonna be out there, right? It's no fun being miserable and uncomfortable out there. So. Okay, what next? Camp booties. You can pack those in there. Did you bring any?
Nope.
No? Okay. Do you have a second set of footwear?
I do. I have some ones that can get wet
Okay.
and have a little bit of grip on them.
Yeah.
So hopefully
So then
those will
these
help.
ones here are going to be your camp shoes?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to pack those
Okay.
because you don't want them getting wet, right? Thanks.
Those.
And we're getting pretty full here. Did Did you bring some rain gear in?
I did. It's in with my in my day pack.
Okay. Oh, they're bringing a day pack as well, eh? Yeah, we're getting pretty full. This is gonna have to go in the food pack. I think all this stuff can go in with the food pack. These are Helios chairs. These are really comfortable. You'll love having these around camp. After a long day on the portage, sitting in the canoe and stuff, this is like awesome for your back.
Yeah. We're going to put these in here too?
You can actually hang them outside your pack. I just want you to feel the weight. They're actually pretty light.
They are light.
They're worth their weight in gold. I mean, after a long day in the forest, on the lakes, they're awesome.
Saves you from sitting on the ground, eh?
Yep. Here's my rain gear. I got rain pants and a rain jacket. Because if you're sitting in a canoe all day and it's raining, it's just going to come off the jacket and onto your pants. So that's why I wear rain pants as well, so that way my legs stay dry. So I'll leave that at the ready on top of the pack outside, so I can grab it from the pack in the canoe. Fuel. We got 2 cans of fuel here for the jump off site tomorrow, but these are the ones we're going to bring in the interior. I will pack this in our gear pack and not in the food pack, because if it leaks for whatever reason, it will contaminate our food, and I don't want to be eating roots and plants for the rest of the trip. So yeah, I did that mistake about 10-15 years ago. I actually put fuel in my food barrel and it leaked.
Oh no.
And it was terrible. So okay, water filter, we can pack that away. Or actually we can hang this outside. Put this in there. This can hang outside the pack. What's this here?
That's a camping towel.
Oh, camping towel. Okay, you know what? Because we're not really going to be base camping, I don't see a need for us to bring this hatchet. Yeah, we're not going to be cooking that much over the fire, but even if we are, I'm sure we'll have no problem getting wood in the interior. We don't really need to split it. So let's try to think of what else we can put in here. I could bring these boots, or I might not, I don't know.
I see you have some like toiletries and stuff here with that.
Yeah, that can go in there too, yep.
So,
all the toilet paper I need for 10 days.
There you go.
That's it. Single ply. That's all you need. You don't need 10 rolls of toilet paper. I did that once, a long time ago. Okay, so these are my wet shoes. This is my cold weather, wet weather gloves. Nice weather gloves. Life jacket, hat, canoe yoke pad. I'm thinking because it's going to be wet, I'm going to leave my booties behind but bring these. Because those booties aren't really good in wet weather. But these will be perfect for around camp. Keep my feet nice and dry. This is my baler kit for the canoe. And this is my saw. I don't think I need to bring this case. So that saw down there. Thank you. So that's it there. That's heavy. Some of the carabiners here, I can throw a chair on each side. That there. Think you can carry this for 10 days?
Get a buddy to help you put it on, eh?
Yeah. Yes, twist it around. Yeah, you got it. There you go. And then, of course, you can cinch the straps to make it easier. There's also a hip belt.
You know what? It's heavy, but
comfortable?
It's comfortable.
Yeah, that's good. You can cinch this down a bit more. Of course, you're probably going to have a full water bottle hanging off the back of this as well. Right. So that's a liter of liquid. That's going to add more weight. But I think we got most of everything that we need to get in there. I think maybe we should pack our food barrel now. And that way we can put some of these other instruments in there too as well.
Cool.
But the other thing I noticed is you had a first aid kit and so did I, but yours is smaller. So I think we'll take mine out and put yours in. I'm gonna take out my booties and put these boots in there. So we're just got to make some adjustments. But you're okay with that weight?
Yeah.
And you won't be.
We'll see after what, a couple.
After the first
100
day,
meters
yeah,
of walking
up some of those big hills.
It's not like. I guess it's not like the food pack that gets lighter after time.
Yeah. The good thing is though, is the bugs are like pretty much non-existent now. So, you know, you won't have any bugs to deal with on the portage. Just you and the weight of the pack, and that's it. So, yeah. Any questions?
Just need to get the food ready.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another job we gotta get doing now. Okay, well, yeah. I guess we'll do that.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, Mark. Looks like we got a lot of good stuff here.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got quite the variety of meals this time. We've decided to toss it up a little bit this year, and we're gonna have like a variety of ready-to-go dehydrated meals from the store. Because we may not know what time we're gonna be getting into camp late at night, so we just boil in a bag and eat. And then we'll have an alternate night where if we get into camp a little bit earlier, we'll have meals that we prepared ourselves. For example, like upstairs right now, I've got shepherd's pie dehydrating. So we got 2 meals. Actually, one meal here is going to be shepherd's pie. I'm also dehydrating vegetables. And I'm also dehydrating an extra tray of beef, which will supplement another meal to add meat to our diet. The rest of it is all store-bought stuff. But I wanted to bring in some dehydrated meals to show you what you can do to save weight and time and energy in the backcountry and still eat well. Nice. Alrighty, so this has been in here for 2.5 hours, and this is our shepherd's pie. It should only take 4 to 6 hours. I also got veggies in there too.
Nice.
And yeah, they'll actually dehydrate a lot quicker than the beef. But I like to take the beef out and cut it up into smaller pieces, because what happens is if you got big clumps like this one here, it'll still stay moist on the inside, and that's not good. It's called case hardening, and what happens is the beef ends up going bad and you get sick. And so what you got to do is when you're dehydrating is make sure all the big clumps are broken up. And so that's what I'm doing now.
What do you look for? Is like crunchy? It's got to be crunchy?
It doesn't have to be very, very chewy dry or crunchy. Yeah, crunchy just means that it's just gonna probably take a little while longer to come back, but you know that if it's crunchy, it's super safe. So it's super dry. You know, you get some beef jerky is really, really tough, and other ones you get it kind of chewy and nice. So that's the kind of consistency I like to go for.
Even though we're surrounded by water, water is our enemy in this case.
Yeah, the other thing too is you want to get rid of the fat, right? The fat is which will make the meat go rancid. So what I did is when I was browning this meat, I drained it in a colander under a hot water tap, and so that would help all the fat come off, right? And then I put it back in the pot, browned it some more, let more fat come out, and I kept doing it until I wasn't getting any more fat, which took 3 times. So now there should be no fat in this at all. Okay, I think that's good. See, you hear that one's crunchy, eh? It's all drying off. So all the big ones are now good to go, and I can put this back in. Move on to the next tray. And this is the last one here.
That one looks pretty good.
Yeah. Got a bit of onion in there. It takes a bit longer too to dry. Okay. I just want to check the veggies. They look like they're doing quite well, so yeah. So usually you do the veggies at a lower heat than the beef. The beef you use a higher heat. So these are coming along nicely, but I think I'm going to have to pull them out probably in another hour and a half, maybe 2, and the beef will probably still go for another hour or so afterwards. This is coming along quite nicely. So. Well, there she goes in there, and note the time. Okay, We'll come back in an hour and double check.
Cool.
That's it.
So when you're packing all of this, what sort of things do you need to consider? Like, do you just throw it all in, or do you have to like throw it in a certain way, or do you?
I normally would just throw it all in, but I'd keep the snacks and the lunches on top.
Okay.
Also, too, it's a good idea to throw your toiletries and like your toothbrush and stuff like that in with the food barrel as well, because they're scented.
Oh.
And you know, I know that a barrel doesn't effectively hide a smell, but it's contained, and this barrel will be hung from a tree. So better that than having like toothpaste in a pack beside your tent and a bear come along, smell that, and start ripping into your pack and keeping you up all
Just trying
night.
to figure out what it is. Like the barrel go after that.
Yeah, it will detect that scent and probably just find out what it is.
No thanks.
Yeah, curious bear, right? So, and of course you'll be up the rest of the night, you know, freaking out. So it's better just to keep everything contained in one spot, and you can hang it from a tree.
That sounds like a good plan.
Any other questions?
No. This I'm excited to try some of these things. They look pretty cool and inventive.
I also bought this new square frying pan. New trip, new gear. You know, always an excuse. This is going to be for pancakes.
Oh wow.
So I think maybe I can just throw this in here at the bottom. And then maybe start throwing in some of the other gear and put the food on top.
Now, generally, do you put like pots and pans and stuff at the bottom?
Yeah, I generally do, yeah. The toiletries I leave out to the end.
Okay.
In case you need them. An emergency.
Yeah.
And that's all the kitchen supplies there. Alrighty, so we can just start loading it in. Go.
I'll let you do the packing since you're the expert.
Italian tomatoes.
Some ramen noodles, that'll be good.
Oh yeah.
Fill up.
I got some beef for that too, dehydrated. But I think that's it for now. That's all we can get in there right now. We might have to maybe try again in the morning and do a repack. But this is good. This isn't too bad. That's actually solid. It's not that I had a heavier barrel than this last week, so it's actually not too bad. Yeah.
Cool.
Good. Looking forward to it?
Yes. Let's go. Put this outside. Whoa.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
There we go. With the other stuff. Here we go. Alright, well, I'm going to go inside and get probably the last good night's sleep for a little while, because I don't know how I'm going to sleep in the woods. But I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How did you sleep, Ian?
I slept really well. Nice cozy bed. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're
Hopefully
welcome.
we can replicate that a little bit on the trip.
No.
Maybe at least we'll be warm, okay?
Yeah, that's true. It was pretty chilly last night.
It was chilly. I've actually swapped the sweater that I had with this one. It's a little bit warmer.
Oh, okay. So you know to bring this on the trip with you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so you want to get loaded and go?
Yeah, where are we off to today?
Well, we'll load up now.
Okay.
Drive to Algonquin Outfitters, get the canoe on, and then go to the Logging Museum, and then head up to Cedar Lake, and we'll camp at a jump off campsite, and then tomorrow morning we head out on our trip.
All right.
Alrighty?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Would you like first the food barrel? Or
Yeah, food barrel first. Good. There you go.
That's it.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, man. Let's go. pick up our canoe.
Good old Q8 and 17. I'd say the top there is all good.
Comes, bud.
Hey, we're done. Let's go camping.
Here we go.
See you guys. Have a great trip.
We're at the Logging Museum, and Ian, what are you looking at?
Check this out, Mark. This is a model of what the logging process was like back in the day. We have an alligator over there, which carried the logs down the lake, and then what they would do is they would bring it to a chute to get over the rocks or rapids or whatever was blocking their way downstream, and they would.
I see. They had
yes.
loggers here, and they would direct the logs into
so
the
you
chute.
can see there's little guys there, and they've got their
Might get jammed up or something.
yeah, and they'd push them through the chute, and then they would have other guys on the river to kind of move them around different obstacles and that sort of thing.
Nice.
But the real cool thing is that alligator over there. You can see they had the paddle wheels, and they were quite the machine. They had big coils that they could actually pull themselves along if they got stuck or.
Yeah, I've seen a couple in the park, at least remnants of it. On our trip, I'm hoping to show those to you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I would be really
up close and
excited to see
personal.
that.
Yeah. Do you want to go check out a real alligator?
Yeah, do they have one here?
Yeah, there is on the trail. It's
Awesome, let's
fully
go.
restored. Yeah. Ah, beautiful little marsh.
Yeah. Oh wow! Look at that.
Oh yeah, yeah, an alligator, eh?
That is awesome.
Hey, there's one of these anchors I've seen on Brent Lake. It's on Anchor Island at a campsite, so maybe I'm kind of hoping when we go to Brent we can camp there and you'll get to see this. It's pretty cool. It's just right at the campsite. I'm guessing that this was the winch cable. With the anchor, they could pull themselves overland with that. Because not only could this thing go on lakes and water, it could go overland. So if you needed to move it from one lake to another, I mean, that's a pretty big anchor. I mean,
that way, with the anchor, they could use it all year round, even over the ice.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought of that.
Move it around.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at the size of this cable reel.
Yeah, so I guess this is the winch, and there's the boiler back there, and it drove this through the cogs, and here's the cogs for the paddle wheels.
So I guess you had a guy sitting there.
Yeah.
Operating the winch.
But one was they were independent, right? You can't run probably the paddles and the winch at the same time. One operates the other. So you switch gears and you're running the winch, and then you turn the winch off, and then you turn on the paddle wheels.
I'm guessing this would be some compressor, piston type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a piston. Yeah. Cool. And then I guess a fellow sat upstairs and steered.
Somebody over there stoking the fire too.
And then somebody steered it from upstairs.
Wow. There's the wheelhouse here.
Oh yeah, this is pretty cool, eh? Complete with graffiti. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, it's all scratched on this too. Oh, geez, come on, guys. Really? Really?
It's everywhere. Come on, respect people.
Yeah.
People put a lot of work into restoring something like this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So leave it for everybody else to enjoy.
This is pretty heavy duty wheel. This is really solid.
Mm.
And when was this a bunk? Is this where the ferryman slept?
Cool.
Wow. Cool. I've seen some of these before in the bush, so I guess this is the smokestack, the exhaust from the boiler that I've seen. I'm pretty sure I might have seen it on Catfish Lake. I can't remember. I think I might have. Can you imagine this thing just belching out tons of black smoke all day long as it chugged across the lake or the ice, hauling all those logs. It's a dual rudder system. Wow, that's cool. It's pretty heavy duty. So that's how it was turned.
You can see the chains.
Yeah, they're going in. Yeah, just
the in the middle, and they could pull it one way.
Yeah.
Pull it the other way.
They're connected to rods on the inside.
And here's the boiler in here.
Wow, I've seen this.
Oh yeah?
On Catfish Lake, yeah. And on Burnt Root as well. Oh, and you see inside the boiler they got those bricks in there. I believe that they were there to retain heat within the boiler when the coal, when the fuel ran low, when you were piling it into the boiler. So
they're all marked with few different names. Thistle.
Yeah, and I don't know, can't read that one. Yeah, cool.
Is the paddle wheel.
Yeah.
Look at that. You can see the wood attaching to the metal wheel.
Yeah.
And that would carry them across the water.
It's quite a way to navigate. So did they have oars in case they ran out of fuel and they could just paddle the
way?
I don't know the rest of
a lot of heavy paddling.
Well, yeah. Hopefully you'd have a whole gang of men on board. Get out there, ramming speed. Wow, that's pretty good. That's massive. So like what I want to know is, because this is all milled wood, did they mill it in the bush and build it, or was it milled somewhere else and they brought it in the bush and assembled it? Did they have to build it on site? That's what I want to know.
I would imagine that it came in pieces and they just hauled the pieces through and assembled part of it on site.
That would probably be the easiest way to do it, yeah.
Because there's, they had them out in those remote locations.
Yeah.
So maybe they had a builder come out and help assemble them.
Oh, look, this is probably the one that we're gonna go see on Burnt Root Lake. That I've seen before.
It says Burnt Root Lake 1908.
And it says the boiler is like 20 horsepower. Holy cow, it's really inefficient. That thing's huge.
But it was able to haul all those logs across the water, I guess.
Oh, and this one here was actually on Cedar Lake.
Huh.
How'd they truck that thing down here? Wow.
The William M. in actual use on Cedar Lake.
1930s, yeah. 90 years ago. There's the pointer boat there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a long boat. I think it could hold a lot of men, and I think they're the guys that would go and steer the logs.
Well, there you go. If you got a problem with your boat, then you can get you can get all these guys to push it along.
That's true. Yeah. Alrighty, onwards and upwards. Wow, yeah. So I think I'm gonna take you to a place I know for sure there is one of those, but
awesome.
Not as intact as that. We're here. Yay! What a beautiful day. A long drive. Oh, look at that helicopter right there. It's really low, right? All right, let's go get some permits.
We just checked into the office here. What did they give you?
They gave us our camping permit.
Okay.
This is our campsite copy. This we keep with us at all times in the interior. So if there's any wardens that come by and want to make sure that we're where we're supposed to be and that we have a permit, we can show that to verify that we are legally within Algonquin Park.
It has our whole route on here.
Yes, it does. Right. So they know where we're supposed to be, when we're supposed to be. And then here is a copy of it that goes in our dash in our vehicle. Okay, it's a vehicle copy. So we just put that there so when they're coming around and checking out vehicles, they know that our vehicle belongs there. And if we're 5 days overdue and our car's still there, they know there's something wrong.
Right.
And then here, of course, we have a garbage bag, because we're going to be in bear and raccoon country and all kinds of other little critters. So what you would do is put all your trash in here, and then at nighttime when you go to hang your food in the tree to keep it away from the critters, you'd put this in that package as well, whether it be a food barrel or a canoe pack.
All right, and it's got some good info on there too.
Yeah.
Safe campfires in a provincial park are built, and then it's got some criteria there. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's it. So let's just let's just get in our vehicle and head down to the lake and check her out, and then we can go to our jump off site and set up camp for the evening.
What is the jump off site?
It's just a site for us that we're going to stay there one night only,
Okay.
and then we're leaving immediately the next morning. It's like a regular campsite at a campground, but it's just designated jump off.
Okay.
That you can only stay there one night only, and they're usually first come first serve, at least here at this access point. So there's 2 jump off sites, so we can take our pick.
Okay, great. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Mark, I know you're the expert, but I don't see any water.
Yeah, there's just a big hole in the ground. I don't think I forgot to tell you, we're going to stop at Brent Crater on the way into the lake, so here we are.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go check it out.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be something on the order of like 450 million years old. You said you were interested in, historical Algonquin. What better way than to check this out?
That sounds awesome.
Can't get much older than this, eh?
Oh, wow. Bit of a climb up, but that view is amazing.
So it's Tecumseh Lake there. Yeah, I remember when I first came in, the old viewing platform was over there, and all I could see was treetops. I couldn't even see the crater that well.
Yeah, I can really see that depression there.
Yeah, that's really neat.
You can see all the trees starting to turn a little as well. What's the drill hole?
I don't know, I guess
Did they actually drill into it?
using a diamond drill, scientists bored a 1,065 meter deep hole in the center of the crater in order to study the underlying rock structure.
Huh.
Hundreds of meters of fractured and molten rock indicated that the crater was created by a meteorite impact. Much later, the crater was partially filled in by sediments deposited on the bottom of a sea that covered it at various times, and those sediments were eventually compressed into the limestone that we see today. And from my understanding, this is the only area in Algonquin Park that has limestone in it.
Oh. So. Yeah, layers of rock fragments and melted zone.
Mm-hmm.
Fractured rock around it, I guess.
We're almost a kilometer deep there, yeah.
It's cool how it kind of comes up. There's a berm on the sides, and then it kind of there's depressions all around, and then it comes up in the middle a little bit.
Yeah, and there's actually a canoe route that goes through here. There's 2 lakes that you can camp on, I believe, Gilmore Lake and Tecumseh Lake. I've never been down there, but I've had a friend of mine, and Jeff of Jeff's Maps, he's been through there too. I don't know if we should go down there and check it out. It's a kilometer portage and a paddle, then another portage, or do you want to save that for another trip, or do you want to get rested up for tomorrow's?
Well, I think tomorrow's a big day, so maybe we rest up.
Okay. Yeah, it was a long walk up
talking
these
about that
steps.
Unicorn
Hill.
Mountain or something?
Yeah, Unicorn Hill tomorrow, yeah. So
all right.
It's a beautiful day, you might as well enjoy it, eh?
Yeah. Mark, let's do it.
Okay.
I decided to change my mind. I'm here to experience nature. Let's go.
Right on. That's the spirit. Well, I'm glad I brought bug spray because these little critters are still out here. I don't know why they're here. It's like your time is over. Go away. Jeez.
Cold enough for the. Yeah, there's one too.
I know. It's like this. Like they know their time is up and they're doomed, so they got to start sucking as much blood as they can. It's actually a pretty good trail. I'd give this like maybe a 7 out of 10.
10 being good, or
Yeah, 10 being good. This is a good trail. I like this.
here's the lookout.
Nice. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. So this is the bottom of the crater. Check out that boardwalk into the lake. Oh, nice. That's service.
Probably get a better view of the lake down there, eh?
Yeah, let's go check it out. One of those libraries. Yeah, those are pitcher plants. They'll eat insects, and or insects will get caught in there, and they're able to digest them for nutrients. And this is the kind of environment you would typically find the pitcher plants in, like a cedar marsh like this, a cedar swamp. And quite beautiful, and they usually grow in bunches like this.
Is this the top of it, do you think? Or is that just a separate?
I think that's separate. I don't know for sure, but
They're all around here, this one.
yeah. I've never actually noticed them flowering before, so I think that's separate.
We've reached the end of the road, or the boardwalk.
Wow. Nice putting. Low water. So that's,
A drop off to get in there.
yeah, that's probably like 6 feet of muck. So I guess that way down there, that's Tecumseh Lake proper, and then this is just a little bay that feeds into it. So nice put-in though, nice dock, shallow water, mucky. And probably once you get out there, I can still see it's shallow out there, but paddleable for sure. Any moose? Hello? No moose. Wrong time of the day. Now the uphill battle begins. Nice little 1 kilometer climb. Oh, what'd you think of that?
That was great.
Yeah?
I wouldn't mind some bug spray though.
Yeah, I know. I was a little surprised they came out and attacked us like that. Here at last. Oh, not bad. What do you think?
Looks pretty cool. I mean, picnic table. I assume that's the fire pit.
Yeah.
Is this what we're going to see at the rest of the sites?
If you want to carry that bench in, sure. No, a little more rustic than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is the jump off site.
Yes.
So we're gonna use this camp tonight and
Yeah.
then out tomorrow.
Yeah, and the lake's right down there, so we just got a short little portage, and oh my God, the lake looks so beautiful right now. Look at that.
I'm gonna have to hold you back from starting now.
I know, I just want to go, I want to start paddling now. I was like, oh my God, it's just so nice. On the passenger side, 1, 2, 3. There's swing down. Yeah. There we go. Good man. Easy peasy.
Mark, what's for supper?
Burgers and sausages. You love meat? I do. You?
Yes, let's do it.
Awesome. Okay, man.
Nice.
What's our sausage? Yep. There you go, sir.
Too hot. Too hot.
Come on, come on, come on. Ah! Ah, I love camping.
Good. We're not even in the wilderness and this tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that everything tastes better in the wilderness.
Not wilderness-like.
We're getting there.
I can hear a generator in the distance.
We're on our way though.
Yeah. Tomorrow night.
Probably after all that hiking, things will be extra good.
Not hiking. Portage.
Portaging. Well, Mark, it was great to meet you yesterday. I learned a lot.
Yeah, it was good meeting you too, yeah.
We got right to it. Talked about the route.
Yeah.
And then
Did
went
some
over
packing.
Yeah, went over all the packing.
And then we did some repacking.
Repacking.
Yeah, we trimmed down some of your gear.
Yeah, I thought I was packing conservatively, but I guess I didn't really need all that stuff.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of the expectations people have is when you come out here is you're going to be cold and you need to keep warm. And that's true. You do need to keep warm, but you're going to be busy throughout the day, like tomorrow and the day after and the day after, and you're going to be warm enough. It's usually when you get to camp and you change out of your wet clothes and your dry clothes that you're going to be a bit chilled. So I think that's all you really need. You might have like an extra sweater for sleeping if it gets really cold, but other than that you should be fine. You should be warm enough. You get a warm enough bag, and we'll have like a tarp over the fire if it's raining and stuff like that. But as long as you're dry and changed into fresh dry clothes, you should have no problem keeping warm. So, and also too, environmental conditions, like should it be windy and cold, we'll pick like a south facing site if it's a north wind, so we'll stay out of the wind. So there's like other things like that you can do to help improve your situation.
I guess as long as you have all those different layers that you can sort of add and adjust.
Yeah, because you had a base layer and you had like another shirt and then you had a sweater as well, and then also like your wool socks and your hat. So you had enough to keep you warm. Plus you've got a rain jacket as well, right? So that's good. And your lumber jacket. So, but yeah, all that extra stuff we just took out, and then we did the food pack.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun. You see how heavy our barrel is?
It should be interesting to see how tomorrow goes with the hikes or the portages.
Yeah.
With that being
There's a reason why that food barrel is so heavy, is because we're going to need a lot of energy over the next 10 days. You'd be surprised how much you're going to eat. And actually, it's kind of ironic. Some of the more extended trips I've gone on, I end up eating less over time. But that might be because my metabolism is changing. Maybe I'm burning off more fat. But I think you'll find that for the first few days, at least we've got some tough portaging to do, and you're going to need that extra energy.
And sleep, that will help too.
And sleep.
We had a good sleep at night.
Yeah.
And then got up in the morning, we had our coffee to get us going.
Yeah.
Caught up a bit on the drive.
Yeah, it was a good talk we had on the drive there, and we popped into Algonquin Outfitters at the Cedar Lake facility there, and we picked up the canoe, and then we drove through the park, which was a lovely drive today with the weather.
Yep.
And actually, there wasn't too much traffic. I mean, was it Monday today or Tuesday? No, it's Tuesday today. So there wasn't much traffic, and then we stopped in at the Logging Museum. What did you think of that?
That was cool. That was
a bit
really
of a
neat
treat,
to see.
eh?
Yeah. They've got a nice setup there.
Yeah, it was pretty neat seeing that alligator on our rest day on Brent Meteorite Lake. Well, we're gonna head down to the bottom corner of Brent Meteorite Lake, and there's an actual old alligator there, and there's
That'll be exciting to see. That'll be really cool.
Farm. Yeah, there's lots of stuff, lots of relics you can check out. So that'll be a fun day for sure.
Then we got our permit. We came down to Brent.
Yeah.
Got our permits.
Yeah, we went to the office there. It's right off Highway 17, and we got our permit there, and talked to the nice folks there that run the office, and we headed down to the Brent Crater.
Yeah.
I never actually went down to the crater, but the last time I was actually on the viewing platform it was on the other side of the road, and when you would stand up there, all you could see were the treetops. You couldn't actually see the crater. So since then, they have moved it to the other side of the road where you and I went today, and it's a much higher platform.
Yeah.
You were able to see.
You could see the
rim of the crater.
It was amazing.
And you could see Tecumseh Lake in there as well. Gilmore Lake we couldn't really see, but. And then we walked down the portage. What'd you think about that?
It was good. I mean, the way back was a hike, but
yeah, it was a bit of a climb because it's all uphill.
Yeah,
but the footing wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't too bad.
So imagine that tomorrow with 110 pounds on your back, and in the rain possibly, and double the distance.
Well, mind over matter, I guess.
Yeah, mind over matter. Yeah, it's I play little mind games with my brain, like when I do portages. It's actually a mental game. If you can kind of occupy yourself mentally and forget about what your body's doing, it'll actually help you get through the portage a bit quicker. It may seem kind of goofy the way I'm talking about it, but it actually does work. Just give your mind something to think about other than what you're actually doing, but kind of pay attention because you don't want to be tripping and falling. But just enough so that you're distracted, and you'll find that time kind of flies by, and the next thing you knew, you're at the end of the portage. The worst thing you can do is probably count the number of meters you think you have gone, or how many meters you think are left in the portage. That's the worst thing you can do. So try not to do that.
Don't keep hoping that the end is just around the corner.
Yeah.
You'll be disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll just kill yourself. So that was a good day today.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the day today?
My favorite part was probably hiking down to the lake, down to the Crater Lake, and just getting into that. I know that I'd said that we didn't, like, maybe we should just keep going, but I'm glad that we made that decision.
I know you said let's go there. I'm like, no, and I'm like, well, no, you might never come back here again, right? So let's go.
And we saw some neat plants along the way and flowers and different things. So it was
there was the pitcher plants. That was really neat. I actually like the boardwalk that walks right down into the lake and where you can put in your canoe. It was nice to actually be able to walk down there because you weren't carrying a pack in a canoe and you could actually see what was going on. It was actually kind of pretty little marsh, and it's probably one of the longest boardwalks I've ever walked on for a put-in to a lake. I mean, I've walked on long boardwalks in the middle of a portage, but not actually into a put-in. And it was quite a lovely little walk.
I really enjoyed where it was located, because you wouldn't normally walk through that area with all the reeds and the pitcher plants and all that type of it. You wouldn't normally see that.
Normally be paddling through something like that, or it just would be inaccessible. Yeah, so that was kind of neat too. So yeah, it was a bit of a treat. It was a good day to do it. So are you looking forward to tomorrow?
I'm hesitant, but I think that it'll be a great personal, challenge, and
that's
by
a good way
the
to
end
look
of the
at
day,
it.
I hope that I'll have that accomplished feeling.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I'm kind of looking at it.
Well, the important thing to remember is not to overtax yourself. If you get to a point where you're just like, I'm going to collapse, I can't do this anymore, put the canoe down. And then either take a break or carry on with just a pack, and I'll come along and pick up the canoe. I'll help out where I can. Remember, just never ever to push yourself past that limit, because that's when exhaustion sets in, and then you start making mistakes, you fall down, you hurt yourself, and then you become a problem, and your trip just goes downhill from there. Your experience suffers. So always remember to look out for yourself first. And if you're having trouble, just put it down, stop, and we'll figure out a better way. I've had to do that. I've had to change things up on a trip. And sometimes you change things and they are for the better. Sometimes they're for the worse, and it's like, okay, well, let's change it back. Maybe we just need to take more breaks, right? Sometimes the portages end up being tougher than they really are, whether it's like with a lot of mud or bugs or rain. It's whatever it is. It is what it is. But we'll get through it tomorrow, and hopefully in a good time. And hopefully the bugs won't be like they were in the portage today. That was silly. I was quite surprised. The bugs in August this year have actually been pretty good, so I was surprised to get eaten alive like that, like the way we did on that trail down the Brent Crater.
Well, we got the bug spray out now, so that should be a little bit better. Keep them at bay.
Well, it's 8:30. I normally don't go to bed this early, but I know we got a big day ahead of us tomorrow. I say maybe we just go to bed another half hour or so and get a good night's sleep, and then start the day fresh tomorrow and tackle those 5 portages and get into Catfish Lake. What do you think of that?
Sounds good.
Just get it done, get a fresh start in the morning.
See how well I sleep.
Yeah, you're going to sleep good tonight.